Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. I wanted to talk today about managing your opportunities. Most people would have seen a sales funnel before. The other day I googled it and it came back with 44.6 million hits in less than a third of a second of templates, of processes, of spreadsheets, of all the different kinds, and it gets very overwhelming very, very quickly, and it shouldn't be like that. Leonardo da Vinci first said that simplicity is the ultimate in sophistication. I've developed a simple 4-stage process that helps salespeople and sales managers forecast. It helps finance managers deal with cash flows and operations managers to resource their team so that they can meet production lead time targets. The 4 stages is to identify, to qualify, then satisfy, and finally solidify the opportunity. And today I wanted to talk about the mindsets that are most useful at each stage here. And the first, when we're trying to identify, is that we need to be checking. If you ask any salesperson, the biggest waste of time in their lives is the sale they didn't get or the sale that they're never going to get. And it's a bit like going up a dry gully and just getting drawn into that, and we get very invested in the opportunity and we can't work out whether we should go around another corner or the other corner. We need to develop 3 or 4 questions that we ask ourselves and also the potential marketplace to see if we bother with the opportunity, because it needs to be in or out really quickly, and we need to do that with a level of tenacity to make sure that we don't waste our time. The second thing, when we're qualifying, the mindset I think we need to have is to be of one of understanding, with a level of curiosity, trying to probe, trying to discover, trying to ask questions of clients around what their problems or challenges might be. Sure, we've got a product or service that we need to sell, but unless we can understand the client's real challenges, and they might not even be aware of them, and that's why good questions will help us lead to that. And I think we need to understand with a level of curiosity that differentiates ourselves with our competitors. The third one, when we're trying to satisfy, is having a mindset of serving or being in service. Our timelines aren't necessarily the same as our clients. Sure, we've got budgets to meet, but it's the client's timelines that are far more important. I think rather than sell in terms of service, I mean supporting them with information, with facts and figures about what's going on in the marketplace, and just be doing that with a level of patience that the customer really, really feels. I like to think of it as staying in their world, but not necessarily in their faces. And it's worked for me in the past, and perhaps it might work for you. The final one is when we're solidifying, is to partner. And that's working out ways that we can add value to a business in partnering. And that's working across the breadth of people in the business, but also the depth of the relationships that we have. I hope you found this useful. If you like my one-pager on it, please private message me below. Next time I'm going to talk about mindset, the customer's mindset, and where that might be. And just to finish, in terms of my sales mastery, I think these again fall into the practical skills of my sales mastery wheel. Thanks. See ya.